Alright. Hello everyone and welcome back to part 2 of our 1000-day Interloper series. We just harvested all these rabbits, we've gotten outside the Carver Dam, and we just received well fed. So what we're gonna do is drop all the stuff off we don't need here. Delete these. And we're gonna take all of this food in here. I'm gonna put these pinnacle peaches here just so we can carry more stuff. That should be good. We're gonna take all this meat and cook it inside the Carver Dam. And what we need to do is search the dam. We need a hacksaw and we need a hammer. I suppose we don't need a hacksaw if we can find enough scrap metal, but I would really prefer both. But if we can just find a hammer, I'll consider that a win. Alright, no need for us to sprint. We did pretty much work into the morning harvesting those rabbits. Although maybe I should start sprinting just so we can burn more stamina to go to bed. But we will have to see how the weather turns out. So again, this location's also special for me as well. Just like the trailer back in Coastal Highway that I was talking about last episode. Back when I first started, it was another time I was doing Voyager. I had no idea what I was doing, and I stumbled to the dam, and this was back when I believe Fluffy was here. So I got the shock of my life getting attacked by Fluffy in the darkness and dying, which I'm sure is a pretty common theme among players from what I understand. But yes, unfortunately after Wintermute dropped, Fluffy was moved to the Bleak Inlet Cannery. But, you know, if you hear her during the night, you just might hear the howls of Fluffy. Some say she still roams the area. But she doesn't, unfortunately. If only. So we're not really under any time constraints at the moment, because what we need to do is get this building looted and back here before an aurora starts. Otherwise we'll be trapped until it ends, because there are some places you can't go safely. That's interesting. Huh. Okay.
I'd better find some water.
Alright. Much water. We don't have any water. Yeah, let's take this. Now, I've never really found anything down here, especially on Interloper, but it never hurts. See, this is why.
Handy.
Excellent. They did do the loot refresh, so that's amazing. Always, never hurts to check though, just in case. Alright. Now, I don't think there's anything up here. Well, look at that. Oh, that's beautiful. See, I could have just walked completely past that and never found it out. So that's one of the major two that we needed. All that's left is a heavy hammer. So it does seem like those two remote staircases are very useful to have. Or very useful to loot, rather. And investigate. We'll just take all this. Again, we're going to dump everything at the front that we don't need. Books as well. Okay, we have another torch after this one. So yeah, we're gonna get to... we don't need to harvest that. We do want to harvest some scrap metal. Not too much. We need, I think, 7 for the tools. And then I'd like to get... I want 13 in total so I can have 12 arrowheads. But the hacksaw is great, actually. I forgot, we actually really do need that. Just so we can start getting saplings to cure. Because you can't do that with the hammer.
I need something to drink, and soon.
Okay, excellent. Okay, this is our last torch. Drop those off. And we're gonna investigate over here. Sometimes I've found a hammer, but not this time. Don't need that. That's great. Oh, actually, you know what? No, we don't need that. But we'll drop it off in the front. So the only two things we really need are a bedroll and a heavy hammer. If we can find those, we'll be set. And we don't even really need the bedroll because there is a bed at Spencer's homestead. Excellent. Alright, we'll search the rest of this place and probably carve this up for some scrap. I just want to get this torch to the bin downstairs. Unless we can find a heavy hammer right here.
I could eat a horse.
sure hope I have fuel. Oh yeah, we're good. So let's start this fire. Hopefully we don't fail. Excellent. We have plenty of coal. 35. 5. Perfect.
I'm gonna need to eat soon.
I don't mind taking dehydration damage for a short time. While those are cooking, let's just run around here. I've never found anything up here, but it never hurts. And you saw we found that sweater, and then the hacksaw. So there very well could be a hammer somewhere remote up here. Nothing. Unless I'm just not looking hard enough. No, I don't see anything. Wonderful. Okay, nothing, but that's fine. At least have the peace of mind that we know that there's nothing there. Just gonna eat these. Perfect. So, what I want to do is I can't really eat any of these without those things burning. Maybe 34 minutes. Might as well just try it for the experience. Alright, excellent. Let's eat these. Alright, very good. That's serviceable. That's not too good. Break this one too. And we're gonna grab a bunch of torches. Oh, that's beautiful. Amazing. Yep, so that is a torch trick. If you grab it from the same spot, you can get the same quality of torches. So honestly, that's all we need. and hopefully an aurora does not kick up while we're investigating. If it does, we will have to spend the night trapped behind the wires.
This'll come in handy.
That's great. Okay. Wonderful. I shouldn't have broken up all those sticks, or I shouldn't have used all the sticks, because I would have started a small fire outside the dam, because there's typically a dead deer up on the ridge near the other entrance. So when we step out here, hopefully there's not a blizzard. Excellent. And this is a one-way trip. If you go out this exit, you have to go all the way around. But I just want to check down here real quick. Sometimes I've found scrap metal, but today is not one of those days. Right, but you will find scrap metal right here. I've always found one right here. I'm just gonna carefully walk here. This is where auto walk can get you killed, so when I'm in areas like this, I tend to turn it off. Okay, yes, there is a deer. The wind seems to be blowing this way. Okay, good. This is wind protected. I was going to say, is that a bug? But no. So we are going to start a fire here.
Come on.
Please don't
Come
fail.
on. Come on.
Thank you. Alright. Let's get a reishi tea going. And then we'll carve this out while we're waiting. Excellent. $57, $14. That should be 54 minutes. Grab one of these guts. If an aurora whips up, I don't mind too much. We'll just use the light to read a bunch of our books. And we're cooking level 2. Excellent. We don't want to use too much of our coal, but we should be fine. Alright, let's grab this.
It's dusk.
Perfect.
Can't be far behind.
Love weather like this. Okay, we can make pancakes now. Excellent. We don't really need to do so just yet, but what I can do I'll take 2 flatbread. We don't really need it though. I do want an herbal tea. Eat this. Yeah, we'll just. Grab this. Hopefully the fire doesn't go out. Perfect. Alright, thank you, dear. That's awesome. And away we go. Alright, now we're just going to do a quick sweep of this. We're not going to investigate every nook and cranny.
Ah, it's someone's stash.
Very good. Excellent. Oh yeah, so we will be back up here eventually. Always love not finding anything. I guess the ketchup chips were something, but... Bedroll or heavy hammer, come on. That's great.
I wonder who owns this stuff.
That's awesome. No. I'm loving all these quality tools. Let's sprint over here. This is a dangerous spot. Okay, no fuel. Sometimes there's a fuel can. Not this time. Oh, no torch. I was hoping to find one. Okay.
This'll keep the lamp burning.
That's better than nothing. We'll take it. It's no heavy hammer, but it is something. Okay, I want to make double sure that there is no heavy hammer here. I have found it before. But I don't think it's here this time. No, okay. That's fine. Excellent. Now there's 2 main wires we need to get past. That was the first one. Okay, now we're home free. Even if an Aurora whips up, we'll be fine. Actually, I kind of would like for it to do so, but it's just perfectly fine if it doesn't. These, again, we're going to consolidate a lot of this at the entrance, so it's not a big deal if we're overweight.
I'm not sure I can carry much more.
We will be trying to read all the books we can. Alright. We're actually kind of good on that. So here's a little trick you can do with the safe. I kind of wish there was a feat to unlock these. Like, you just did it without having to do this. You can exit out and then immediately do it. You don't have to go all the way around again. Okay, so you see we go here. We go to 43. Doesn't do anything. Exit out. Let me, okay. Go here. Immediately get the first one unlocked. The second one was like 22. Come on. Okay, 43, 22, 13.
What have we here?
I will take it. That will be a good base decoration much later in the run. But I do wish there was a feat where you didn't have to even deal with that. But yeah, if you exit out and go back in, you don't have to turn it around all the way again.
If I don't rest soon, I'm gonna faint.
Okay. Take these. Let's think of things that we absolutely need to take to put in the with the rabbit pelts. We don't need them. Eat that. Get them. Actually, I'd rather harvest both of these for sticks than try and risk losing the match to light it and then just failing it and just have it be a complete waste. Okay, now we are attractive to predators because of the guts we have on us. But we're fine. Alright, so let's drop the hide, 2 guts. Alright, excellent. Do we have antibiotics now? Yes, we do. So let's see if there's anything we can do before eating these sardines. Yeah, we'll break these. Drop that. We don't need all these sewing kits. I'll put these 2 in the camp office. I don't think I need that just yet. Let's harvest. Let's rip these up. Excellent. And now let's eat this. Okay, we did not get food poisoning, but I have had it happen before with sardines that are under 50%. Okay. And let's get a good 10 hours of sleep. Just like that, we are back up to full. Alright, got that. All this stuff.
I need some water.
Yep, yep. We'll take 2 of these. Take that. We have this for defense from a wolf, which is much better than our fists. We will put 3 of these books in here. Don't need all these matches. Okay, excellent. Alright, believe that's everything. So, we only have 6, huh? I think we're gonna walk over to the other trailer and scrap a hand cart or something. Oh yeah, we already looted this room. For an hour and a half, hour 45 for 6. We'll do that. It's definitely much more efficient. Yeah, why is this 6? I won't question it. Interesting. But yeah, this absolutely eats through calories. So let's see what we can craft. 5, 8. Okay, so we can get 8 arrowheads. We just need 2 more scrap metal, which we can find elsewhere. Probably find laying around. If worst comes to worst, we have enough for 8 arrows and both of our tools. I hope I don't get sick from this. Excellent. Yeah, if you have no thirst, if you're completely dehydrated, you might as well just drink. Eat the foods that make you thirsty, because you can't go negative. Let's grab a bunch of sticks while we're out and about. And what we're going to do is we're going to loop around all the way to the destroyed lookout and then curve up to the forestry lookout. And if we can manage it, we will go to the camp office and probably stay there, recuperate, and then if we don't find the hammer, we're going to go to Trapper's cabin and then through to Mountain Town. I don't want to risk not finding it in... it can spawn at the Spencer's homestead, but it's not guaranteed. I don't want to risk it. This is a good place for a campfire, but we don't need it just yet. Typically I would take a shortcut here, but I want to see if there's any saplings I can cut down. So all we really need is 1 maple sapling and 4 birch, and I'll feel comfortable. Even 2 birch, really. We can make do with that. But we do need some. Okay, that's it right there. It's pretty far out of the way, but that's fine. There are wolves around here. I have had it happen before. Excellent. Okay, this is our bow right here. And we're just going to dump it in the camp office. Let it cure while we're out and about. Honestly, if I find the heavy hammer, I might just go through Mountain Town anyways. And loot a bunch of that while it's curing, so that once we're done foraging, we can just walk back and get our bow. And here's the logging camp up here. This is also another core memory. When I was first starting out, this was back before the cooking system was redone, so you had to like boil snow by standing at the fire, and you couldn't do anything else.
Cold is making my head feel thick.
I risked dysentery, and I got dysentery, and I died. It was on Voyager. But, yep. Lots of trial and error for starting out. It was from that fire that I got the unpurified water, and I didn't want to waste time doing that when I could risk it, and I got punished. Okay, nothing in here. Love it. Actually, I might just...
Hope nobody needs this anymore.
Yeah, let's do it. Excellent. Yeah, we found so many quality tools that I'm happy with that. Plus, it gives us an excuse to warm up. And we're actually warming up standing outside, so that was good. Okay, accelerants. I do want to save the accelerant for fighting timber wolves if I
think
need.
I can use this.
If I need an emergency fire to ward them off, that would go great. You know what? I do plan to eventually make decorations out of these rare fire logs, so why not? Let us know that we have a fire log there.
Where's the good stuff?
That's amazing. Alright, excellent. So we're gonna head through the clear cut, and cougar territory, the clear cut becomes cougar territory after 10 days, so it's good that we're walking through here without having to worry about it pouncing us. Yeah, we're in no need. We don't need to run or anything. You see that over there? Can't tell if that's a shadow or birch saplings. But I'm hoping it's the latter, but it seems to be just a shadow. Now we could go up there, but that's not the path we want to take. But yes, when the cougar spawns in, it's like right through here, and it's a lot more dangerous. Now there are wolves here as well, but I don't see any out and about. Be on the lookout for birch saplings as well. Don't see any. There is something over there, but I think that's a maple. Very nice weather, especially for Interloper. The Mackinac jacket we found was huge as well. And remember, we don't have any feats for this. We don't have cold fusion, we don't have efficient machine or settled mind. This is just standard. If you were to go in and now and do this yourself, you could do it. Just very lucky with the Mackinac. The only thing we need now is a bedroll and a heavy hammer. I don't see any birch saplings down there.
Getting kind of thirsty.
But yes, up here is the destroyed lookout tower. There is some good loot up here I've found before. I don't know, I don't think I've found a hammer, but since we're going to be looting the forestry lookout, we might as well get both of them while the weather is this beautiful out. Ptarmigans. I am gonna want to get one of these guys. Oh. Sorry, buddy.
I'm gonna have to leave something behind.
Okay, I'll pick him up when we're leaving. This is actually a good shelter. Found T's stash in the cave. This is Interloper, so I doubt there's going to be any rounds in there. But, we'll check it out. Heavy.
Thank goodness.
Okay, there we go. That was exactly what we were looking for. Okay, now we are severely overweight. However, it's fine. Honestly, I might start a fire here. Let's put this up first. Because I do want some deer skins, and we're probably not going to be up here for a long time. So let's do just that. And then we also need... Oh, I was so excited with the hammer, I forgot to check over here.
Wonder if I can drop any of this gear.
Okay, I don't see anything else up here. Okay, so what we're gonna do, this fire here, and start it. Thank you for not failing that. Let's get some birch bark going. Okay, excellent. I don't like that. Let's not have that disappear on us. Okay, 38 minutes.
Too much stuff to carry.
Actually, do we have salt in a cooking pot? We don't, so we can't make a broth. That's fine.
I need to find something to drink.
Oh, I don't like this. Let's just drink this. Actually, I'd rather make another one of these. Okay, let's get... going. A liter of water. Ooh, look at these. Very nice. Then I want to peel the hide off here. Don't care too much about the guts in this situation. It's just going to be a liability carrying it around. Okay, good. So I think we're going to stay the night in the forestry lookout. Okay, and I do want to cook up some coffee. Or do I? No, we're going to be over encumbered anyways. Don't see any wolves. Excellent.
Too heavy.
Okay. So can we safely get down from here without using the rope? I'm sure there is. Okay, the crows flying means the weather will change soon, so we need to get going. Scale down here. Okay, this is an extreme example of goading, but it can be done. I think this can be done. This is a bit silly, but hey, it works. And just like that, we're down. Okay, it's up there. Yeah, this was the archway we saw earlier. Please tell me I grabbed the skillet. I did. Good. That is another ptarmigan I hear. Unless I just scared them off by throwing the torch. You can avoid a sprain if you sprint this. Yeah, there we go. Okay, I do hear ptarmigans. So typically if you were to take out a rock while holding a torch, you would drop it. And that scares them off, but if you drop it from your inventory, I like to think of it as you setting it down quietly. I can just find them. Okay, we did scare off almost all of them. But there is one. So let's drop this from our inventory. See, he didn't get spooked. Sorry, buddy. So, the wolves are probably running towards us, but it won't matter since we're gonna get up into the lookout. Also, is a crashed plane right below us that we'll check out in the morning. Okay, excellent. Alright, so we can actually start a fire in here as well.
Feels like night is coming.
Okay. Hello, cooking skillet. Don't mind if I do. Alright, the sooner we can get to fire 2, the better. That's why I read that book first.
Come on. Well, that didn't work.
I believe in you.
Come on. Come on.
But that's why we light our torches first, because otherwise that would have been a waste of a match. Okay, how much is on this guy? 1.4, that's a lot. Yeah, let's make some pancakes. Celebrate our journey. Alright, 8 minutes. Well, that's going. Oh, that's a big one. Let's gather everything in this room. Torch, sewing book, it's wonderful.
I could use this.
Septic. So all we need now are birch saplings, really. So we're gonna put these here. Delicious. Could always use some more water, right?
I need to drop something.
Cook this. And let's rip this torch up. I think we'll be good after that. I wish you could like douse this with the oil to make it burn longer, but that's alright. 23, 27. Okay, excellent. So we're gonna start, we don't need to read this, but I want to put it in the camp office. What have we started on?
This pack is getting kind of heavy.
Have I not started on any of these? I guess we'll start on carcass harvest. Well, no. I want to get rid of the weight. So let's do this one. One thing is about the forestry lookout. Even though you're warm, it is outdoors. And if it's a clear night, you can somewhat read in the dark. But let's pause that. And let's get 2 hours of sleep. Okay, it is nuts. Right out. What we want to do is get all these feathers. Oh, but they're frozen. I did not think of that. Well, that's unfortunate. Okay, what we'll do is... How much do they weigh? They weigh hardly anything. They just attract predators to us. Can we read at least? No, it's too dark. Okay, let's just sleep then. So we're stuck in here. We can always break that for wood. Okay, yeah, we are gonna smash this. Alright, and then we are gonna start a fire here again. And
I might have to drop some gear.
is it worth it, though? I'll take that before that. Yeah, I already went ahead and ripped up all the stuff. Used the calories for that. So I might as well use another match. Alright. Okay, great.
That did it.
Alright, and they're defrosting now. So we're gonna
Need
put
a drink.
this on here. And we're good on calories because we can just make more pancakes. So let's add this here. Gonna read an hour. Excellent. Yeah, it's an hour. Okay, excellent. Alright. I want to drop this one, so use the other one. Excellent. Then let's cook some rose hips. Yeah. That's good.
Something's gotta go.
Alright. So let's drink some of this. Pick up these guys. I want to harvest this one first. Alright, how frozen are you? 19%. Okay, so that should be fine to work with. Alright, excellent. So we've got all this down. We'll make the improved insulation when we get to the camp office. Okay, a little over encumbered, but it's not the end of the world. Alright, let's just save for the road. We'll leave the antiseptic here. We'll come back here eventually. Okay, so what I want to do is go, I think, that way, towards the camp office. There is a crashed plane down there that we want to get to as well. So yeah, pancakes, great interloper recipe. I grabbed the other syrup. I did. Slide down here. I always do that. I don't want to leave. Grab the driving gloves. Okay. Nothing back here. Nothing. Just on the pilot. Yeah. I'd be very surprised if there was anything in here on Interloper. Okay, let's go. What? You know, sometimes there's like 2 in 1. I guess that was one of the cases. This is a derailment, I think. So the only thing we're missing is birch saplings. There's a wolf over there. But let's get down here. Okay, we actually have enough for the... We have enough now. Maybe not in the guts department, but the hides we do, so that's fine. Rest in peace. Take that. Come on. You can do it. Actually, we don't even need to run. Okay, sometimes a moose can spawn right here outside the camp office, which is a pain, but we can try and work around that. And what I want to do is go up to the cave up there. Hopefully get a ptarmigan, maybe a bunny. We don't really need a bunny, but we do need another ptarmigan so we can get the 2 insulation.
I'm gonna have to leave something behind.
Right, home sweet home. This is probably my favorite base in the game. Aesthetics are really great. Up there. Yeah, let's just pick up everything. Except I don't really care about that.
There's gotta be something useful in here.
Okay, what's that at? 97. Up there. Okay. So we're gonna put this there. Good. Ah, yes, the whetstones. Okay, civilian corps members. Basically, this is how the radios got distributed around the Great Bear Island. You know what? We will check this out in detail eventually.
Too much stuff to carry.
That's what I was looking for. Old mill flour. Excellent. Tomato soup. Still no can opener, unfortunately, but that's fine. Okay, hello. Love the books. Let's get that out of the way.
Could end up being useful.
Note left behind. I do like the backer stories. It's very very nice. Okay, let's drop this. Okay, that. Drop that. We're going to be reading all of these eventually, but have these to burn. Well, alright then. Alright. Okay. I want to drop this. Okay. Excellent. And we found another cooking pot. So drop this. Don't need that. Let's just shove that under there. We might need it eventually, but not for now. Okay, keep this. Alright, so let's go rush up to the top of the cliff nearby. Hopefully pick up a ptarmigan, come back here, harvest him, and then we can craft our 2 installations the next day. Remember, we're also on the lookout for birch saplings. The maple sapling is useless without the bow, right? The bow is useless without arrows. Okay, I love all the maples. That's great. Very great. Then we can get our travois. Likely. Unfortunately, we do need one more for our travois, but that's fine. Starting to pick up. I think the weather scared them off. Nope, there they are. But they probably will leave soon. Sorry, buddy. I do need your down feathers. We'll take a bit of cold damage lifting the meat and pelt off this guy. I don't mind. But we'll do that after we get this cave and all the sticks in the area. Barely see, but it is something.
It's getting dark out here.
There's a lockbox.
Time to look for shelter.
Probably nothing. Some stash he had. Yeah, on lower difficulties there's a bunch of rifle and bullet rounds in there. Rifle and revolver rounds, rather. But I wish that there was maybe a chance for a flare shell. Or if there was, we just didn't get lucky. Thank you.
I think I need to lay down.
Alright. Let's do it. Okay.
So cold.
I think we can risk it. Okay. Drink the birch bark. And we need to run. Or at the very least, get moving now. So we didn't find any birch, but we did find 3 more maple saplings. So one more, and we can get a travois. I don't see any wolves. Okay, now I could be cheesy and just x-ray my way to bed by doing this, right, and using that to navigate. But let's try and do it naturally. Use the light from the stars. Okay, yeah, this is one of the better ones to do that because there's a lot of natural light. Some places are really difficult though. 591. I don't trust those. You know what, let's just smash this can open. I don't really care too much. We might lose a bunch, but that's okay. 20%, 17%.
Something's making me feel really tired.
Alright, excellent. Alright.
I'd eat anything right about now.
So I think what we're gonna do, how long have we survived? I think we'll end the episode here. And then in the next episode, we're gonna cook a bunch, read a bunch, while our saplings are curing. Get a lot of food in us, and head our way towards the muskeg. Might go to the bunker up there first, look for any saplings, and then just drop down into the muskeg, but we'll have to see. But that will be for the next episode. So I'd like to thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.